Okay, we're back. We got comics. Don't have my speaker, but we'll do our best. We have a bunch of signed John Romita Jr. Amazing Spider-Man. Last time we saw him, it was 30 US to get a signature. So he's not a cheap guy. But anyway, kind of fun, right? Kind of fun. He hasn't been to Canada in I have no idea how long, 15 years. But a bunch of modern Spideys, and some of the stuff we were out of stock, and now we've got it back in. First cameo, female Sinister Syndicate. First Odessa something, Drake. We got Ryan Otley and Bachalo. Ramos as well. The Hunted storyline's a pretty popular one. Doctor Doom, of course, Tony Dano covers, and these Carnage, this two-part Absolute Carnage always goes quite fast. People love the Carnage issues. But yeah, modern, amazing, and mostly modern going to be in this video. Peach Momoko, love that cover. Number 1, Gleason, the Archerm, 1 in 25 Dodderman. I like seeing all the different Spider-Men. And nice Lozano, number 56, Virgin variant. Peach Momoko. Zeb Wells run right here. First Sinister Adaptoid, the Momoko variant. Some of these books we went really heavy on ordering back in the day when we were doing better with new issues. And it's like, oh, that was our last Momoko cover. We have the other covers, but not any more of that. Delato Virgin variants and an homage. A lot of this run of X-Men, well, the different volumes, but these Granov covers are great. First Vampire Jubilee, and this one, I've always loved that cover. Dodson, Bachalo Interiors, Dodson cover for a 4-part storyline. I think that's X-Men Volume 2 or 3, I always forget. Some manuals, lower grade, but there's that first cameo Gambit, first real X-Babies. A couple of first appearances in here, Pepe Larraz and Duggan, Jerry Duggan. I think we have the full run right here, A covers. So if you're missing an issue, that's a connecting cover set right there. Not a set, but number 25 was double size. We get a wedding for Emma Frost, 7 Daggers first appearance, and our last issue in a kind of X-Men, Uncanny X-Men. Campbell. And this one, we used to have a bunch of these, and now it's like 2 left, maybe. And the Hickman run, this one actually usually gets picked up. Some first appearances all the way through it. Minor, but they're there. Except Apocalypse's wife, Genesis. I think that's what, number 20 something. Kale New, Virgin variant. Momoko variant. There you go, first full Genesis. And first time Kevin Feige is in comics. And yeah, a bunch from the original run. Jim Lee, our first Omega Red, first Maverick, all these great Jim Lee covers, his last issue. And off he went to Image Comics. Lower grade, but good cover. Wolverine loses Adamantium. Andy Kubert had a huge run, first Sync and Blink, first Husk. I loved the stuff back in the day, killing off Professor X, and it led into the Age of Apocalypse. Fun times in the 90s. First cameo of Bastion. We will be getting into some Uncanny X-Men sooner than later. We've got a bunch of newsstands you might notice. Maybe I'll point them out as they come across. A bunch are higher. There's a couple. This one's a little lower, but newsstand, you can see the difference. Direct, newsstand. Newsstand covers usually get stripped and returned. There's a high grade one. Another high grade. Mid. That's a nice high grade. That too. Anyway, usually the newsstands get stripped and sent back, and they usually are damaged if they're around, so it's they're tougher. They're a tougher find in the wild. Gold Laraka covers and interior. And then we got some Ramos and maybe Bachalo. Maybe, no, just all Ramos. David Finch covers for the Messiah Complex was a really good X-Men storyline. Spider-Man 2099 hasn't been put out. We haven't put out runs of this in a while, so we got a good solid chunk, all 3 volumes. So hopefully we can help you out with your collection, fill in those runs. Volume 2 and 3 have some great Matina covers before all his hullabaloo. Second print variant, Bianche, but here we go, some Matina. Spider-Verse crossover for a little bit. And Peter David, who's passed away in the last year, he wrote pretty much all of Spider-Man 2099. That was kind of like his baby. But lots of great covers. And again, it doesn't pop in too often. There's certain like runs that just kind of sit in people's collections, and you just don't get them very often. And this guy, this is fun. It is the second print, but it is signed by Chuck Dixon and Graham Nolan. Just come with the COA, so there you go. And 1 in 15, J. Scott Campbell's sketch variant for Damsels 1. Year of the Monsters. I'm always looking for these, and I almost never find them. They're super scarce now, but there's BPRD Long Death #1, Year of the Monsters variant. Some Gen 13. Always popping these up when I find some. The half issue Joe Madureira variant, Crimson. This is the J. Scott Campbell variant. And Criminal has a TV show coming out soon. It's actually a really good read. We always keep the trades in stock. Excalibur 12. I thought that was an X-Men issue, but it's Excalibur #12, Virgin from Mustazzo. High Times. You'll find that in our comic magazine section. Beavis and Butthead on High Times. X-Men Unlimited. Middleton, great cover, another one by him. And this has Scotty Young art, Kari Andrews, Scotty Young, and David Kunkel, kind of like an animated style storyline. But yeah, uploaded a bunch of these. We were out of stock of a lot of the X-Men Unlimited. And that's where we're going to close it off. And I'm going to go and work on some more comics. Chelsea's working on the new releases. You can see her right there. Quick little wave. So we're about little cameo appearances here. And go buy some comics.